Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room recap for Monday, April the 23rd. My name is Barry Enerson, moderator of your trading room. This is the email address you can use if you want to fire off any questions to me. This is the link to get into our trading room. This is a subscription link, 15% instant promo code there for whatever subscription you decide to choose. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and that's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic at about 9:05. And I go to 3:30 Monday to Thursday and 3 o'clock on Friday. So I've taken the week off. Last week we had our test drive, another very successful test drive. We demonstrated the product to a lot of people who were either being exposed to trade ideas for the first time, or maybe some of you who have or had our standard package and were looking to take a look at our premium service. But anyway, I took that week off, and in terms of doing videos, certainly not taking it off. And but now I'm back to doing my videos. So let's take a look what happened. A little bit quiet again for me today. I hardly traded at all last week because, basically focusing on answering questions from the test drivers. So I didn't really do too many trades either today. Got to talk about one trade though. This is one GridSum, GSUM. So saw this in the pre-market. Basically really bad news for it. I guess whatever audit they had from I don't know what day, but it basically, the auditors came out and said we cannot trust this audit. I don't know if the auditors came out, but at any rate, the bottom line is that the audit was not to be trusted. So this really hurt this stock badly. So what happened? Well, this started to move up here, and one of the really good posters and our subscribers in our room, Vicky, she pointed this out to us. And I also want to just give a big kudos to her, not just for that, but I mean, she really helps a lot of people. She's got a kind of a unique skill set, I believe. She's also a good trader and also IT not challenged, so she can help out in technical issues. So, I know if you're listening to this, Vicky, I've already gave you kudos in the room for that, but I just thought I'd throw that out in this video also. So anyway, she alerted us to this one, and look what it did. I mean, this went from, I think right around here when she talked about it, 430 all the way up. Now, I think she was probably out around here. She may have got back in, but what a rise. And I never ever would have suspected this would have happened, not with that news. And it just goes to show, I mean, people have asked me in the room, hey Barry, this company had tremendous earnings and yet it's tanking. Why? Or the reverse. Look at Hasbro. If I had to make a bet in the, if I had to make a bet, just a second here, in the just let me get my just got to find the chart. If I had to make a bet based on the pre-market, I would have thought Hasbro would have been one of those what we call all-day shorts. Take a look at it on the daily chart. And if I expand this a little bit more, there's really no support, for this. None. I mean, it's down here, a little bit down here. And, maybe you could have thought some support here, but at any rate, I would have thought it would have had a great chance to get all the way down here. But this just had a tremendous bounce in it. Back to the 15-minute chart. So again, this is all the pre-market. Looked at this, saw a little bit of a bounce here. I actually thought, well, okay, maybe this is going to be a short-lived pull-up, and then once the market opened, it would continue down. I mean, this went positive. I mean, that's how crazy it is. Even though when you look at the, the earnings release, nothing really looked good. They blame Mattel, Barbie and all for their downturn, or Toys R Us. I'm sorry, not Mattel, but Toys R Us. But anyway, that's why you can drive yourself nuts and crazy if you try to figure out even ahead of time actually it's funny. I remember listening to a guy saying, I could take a look at an earnings release the day before and still not be 100% certain which way that stock's going to go. And it is just the way it is. So that was that one. Take a look at this one. Maybe watch this one tomorrow. This is one of the reasons why it's so Look, it can be very challenging to hold anything as a swing trade. I get that. But, the biotechs can be the worst. Look at this one here. If you had held this one on Friday thinking, that's okay, closes at 36, really did not much. They came out pre-market, said they're discontinuing their phase 3, which is a late study of their drug. I don't know how many other drugs they've got in their pipeline, but it just, imagine 36 down to $11. So I'm going to watch this one tomorrow just to see whether or not there's any sort of a bounce in it. But, devastating for people who were swinging that one. So what did I do? Just took a little one in this TCF. This was one of the few earnings plays that were actually not too bad today. Got into this, was really hoping it's a financial. Was really hoping that maybe it would just keep moving up all day. Didn't really quite do that. I got into the trade at 24.10, right about here. And I took some out at 24.22. The market started getting a little bit weak. The market opened strong, but it's not like last week the financials were strong virtually every single day. Today it wasn't the case, so I decided to just to be safe, I took some out at 24.22, and then I actually took a little loss on the second part. And you know what, that's really about it. I did try to I took Cloudera. I took it here. I was hoping that it would finally, see what I was looking at, finally maybe start to break away. Now I still have high hopes for this one. I think what I'll do is I'll put an alert right here. This got crushed on earnings. That was 13 days ago. Crushed on earnings, and it slid after that. Now it's trying to rebound, and so I'll put an alert just over that 15 mark, about 15.26. And if it could ever really, really, truly break away, then it has the potential to start filling some of that gap. All right, that's about it. I want to get back into the room. I think going forwards tomorrow. We're probably try to trade a little bit more. It's not that I try, I don't have to trade a lot, but I didn't find a lot that were trending the way I wanted them to. We will see a lot more earnings plays tomorrow. Just to give you an idea, last week there were about 240 companies that released earnings. This week there are about 850, and the majority of them are usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So should be an exciting day tomorrow for our earnings plays. All right, everybody. Well, it's good to be back doing the daily video, and let me bring back my capture program. And if you have any questions for me, just use this email address. This is the link for our trading room, a subscription link. I'll open the room tomorrow at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen to get live on the mic at 9:05. So have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.